Alright, so I'm back again. So again, from my one of my favorite inspirations, Tekken Reddit. Someone said that Alyssa would be top five if this move right here was -1 on hit, is -5, as you can see. And if she had a strong like counter hit, quick counter hit mid, like a 16 frame or 15 frame, like um like most of the top tiers do, then she'd be top five. And I was like, all right, I hear what you're saying there. You know, she also came with, he or she also came with like a real detailed post on why Lydia's DF2, which is like a very strong move she has, is comparable to like Alyssa's B1. And then I was like, all right, I hear you. I'll live with you there. And she thinks that Alyssa's B1 is kind of a ridiculous move. It kind of propels her up into this list right here. This is Knee's top 15 that was made a couple months ago, 4 months ago to be specific. Um, so yeah, it's Lydia, Leroy, Geese, Sakuma, Falcon Ram, Jin, Julia, Master Raven, Fang, and Devil Jin, Zafina, Marduk, Bob, Paul, and Kuni. And this tournament tier, best 2 out of 3, not ranked match tier, right? So in a set, you could probably squeeze Alyssa somewhere like over here. Maybe it's plausible. I don't think so, but I can see why somebody would think that. You know what I mean? I can see why she could be put there, right? But top five, I don't think it's possible, but top 15, maybe. Yeah, I see why. So let's say we have Lydia here. Lydia, in my opinion, is a top five character. A lot of people say that she's top five, rank match and tournament match, in my opinion. She has a lot. She has decent movement. She has a solid poke game, stances. You know, that's natural. She has this, very strong, hell sweep, launch punishable on block, but you only need two to really get people ducking. She has excellent whiff punishing moves with this, which is boom, natural. I mean, I keep saying natural. Crumple stance. She has this, which is sidestep four, another crumple stance launcher, no counter hit launcher, just regular hit launcher. That's what I'm trying to say. Um, she has a couple moves, in my opinion, that I have beef with, though. She has her 1-2, solid 1-2. Again, 10 frame Punisher, nice. She has very good punishment. She has a 14 frame mega string, all natural Punisher. She can be hit confirmed. This is -10. She has, oops, she has this. A cheeky little string, it's -13, can be low parried. It's really to be mixed up with this. And all of that. So what really annoys me about Lydia, though, except all of that, is, and she also has a very good hop kick that like magnets you almost, but is moves like this, right? So if you press DF2, that's all you have to do is press DF2. You don't have to press anything else, and she goes into stance for you, automatically confirms into stance. Into stance, there's very little you can do except block or crouch, right? If she throws this out immediately, she cannot you cannot step it. The only thing you can step is that move to the right, but likely she's gonna condition you with this, and you can't step that. You can duck. You can duck because this is high. The follow is coming out very fast, so I don't know if it's really possible to launch punish it but for most characters. But you can duck that, and oops, and if you duck this, she gets crumple stanced and is launch punishable. So it's launch punishable on block. So there's benefits to blocking certain moves, but what's annoying about this is the fact that you can't sidestep most of it. forces you into a true 50-50, right? Which is annoying for a game like Tekken because they have sidesteps for a reason. And that's what I think makes her top five is that she has forced 50-50s, right? Stuff like this, you know, and this is -10 on block, but this is a counter hit launcher. She has this regular regular launcher, high, can't step that. You can duck it, but then you're eating, let's see, that. Knockdown, amazing Oki. If you stand up, you're getting relaunched. She has moves that give you a lot for a little. Boom. If you do, once she stops you from stepping, which most people are gonna do, she has this launcher, this guard break if you're blocking. Boom. What is it? Boom. This is a guard break. This is guaranteed after that. And if for whatever reason the situation gets dicey, it's -2 on block, which I forgot to mention that. And if for whatever reason the situation gets dicey, she can just back up. Like she she has if she lands this move, she has so much agency because it's +15. You're not really interrupting it with much except a down jab if you get lucky. But if you down jab it, then she has this. And you're getting waxed. And compare this with, let's say, Alyssa. And Alyssa is a good character, right? She has decent moves. Her game plan works for her. She has excellent movement. But let's say this is Alyssa's B1, right? Into this, right? Her shoe shine. And then let's mix it up with, this is the natural mix I do, is B1 into this, right? And then we also have uh, B1 into that, while rising 1, 2. All right, but we'll keep that later. So let's keep the B1 into shoe shine, right? And this is why I say that Lydia is different. Is it just a different breed? Because you see how I can backdash after getting hit by this? People backdash. You can get yourself a little bit of space and, have a little bit of time to react. Oops. I meant to block that. So let's say you get hit by this. You can step. You're still gonna get hit, but you have a more advantageous position. She's farther away from you. Her +5 doesn't matter as much as if she's right here. If you get hit by this, you can high crush, because you have time for your hop kick to come out. I get hop kicked all the time after landing this. You can low parry. A lot of people low parry this because they backdash low parry. That's like their option select. And then that's when I start doing this, right? I get hit by this. They still backdash and low parry, but they get hit by that, right? But the point, and you can't step this. Oh, you can step this, right? Okay. I didn't know that. So the point I'm trying to make though is that there's interaction between Alyssa's back one, right? There's interaction. There's a myriad of options that you can do to minimize her gain, and there's stuff that she can do to maximize her gain based off what you're doing. So if she does this because people want a low parry and it's quicker than the wall rising too. So boom, then she gets this. And then she gets her pressure and then she's right next to you. And then there's a mind game there. And if you see that she's doing that, then you can step that. And if she's stepping that, then you can go back to the shoe shine. That's a mind game that's played, and it's a nice mind game. It's a nice mind game. But the thing is, because Alyssa's B1 has interaction, that's what makes it not as good as like this. This stuff right here has so little interaction because she's +15 on like Let me check. Let me play Lydia against Alyssa and see like what I can do against this move realistically, movement wise, and then I'm gonna go, just ducking and whatever. She's plus 15. It goes into stance for you, and then she has such powerful stance mix-ups after that that if you get hit by the wrong move, you're on the floor into amazing Oki. And if you do the wrong thing on Oki, you're getting relaunched for your whole health bar. So it's like it's and she's not the only one that Lydia's not the only one that does this, but she's in my opinion one of the strongest. Actually, no. Let me do one of the strongest offenders of it. Boom, boom. Right? Let's see with that. Oops, I didn't record. So, let's see what I can do again. I think I can sidestep this. Oops, I cannot sidestep this. No, and Alyssa is one of the better sidesteps. I can't backdash. This is plus 10. And I can only duck. I can only duck. I can only stand. I cannot move after I get hit by this move. I cannot move after I get hit by this move. And so let's try her down forward too, and let's see what I can do about that. Okay. Boom. Let's do this. That. Bam. Easy. You know. And let's see what I get here. Can't step. I can interrupt with a duck. Can't step. Can't backdash. So the only thing I can do is duck and interrupt. Let's say let's say she goes down forward 2 into her 1. I can sidestep this move right. I know I can do that. All right. So boom. Oops. Let's say she hits me with down forward 2. I can sidestep this, right? I can sidestep this. Well, it's tight, but I can sidestep it. It's possible. Alyssa can sidestep. Now, I don't know if too many other characters can. And this is offline, basically, so it's gonna be tight. But let's say I try and duck it. I'm getting flown over. And if it's against the wall, I'm getting wall splatted for 50 health on amazing Oki. And it's pretty deadly, right? So, oops, that was an accident. So she has this. So the best thing to do is really just take your chances with the duck and just eat the damage. That's really all you can do. The moves, what you can do against this this string and all of its follow-ups, you know, what else does she have? She has this low, boom, easily beat by ducking. Get hit by this, you can launch her there. Boom, whatever, da da da. And then she has, oops, this, which you can beat by ducking, right? So how this move is designed is basically they're saying because you can't step this. Basically what they're saying is either duck or stand. You know, only one of her options can be beaten by stepping, and it happens to be the mid, right? And it's like, what can you really do? Most of the time, it's either it's better just to block. It's way better because you don't want to get eaten. You don't want to get picked apart by this. It's already you're already taking 17 damage from the DF2, and then you have to play a game basically to avoid more damage, and it's not like you can really get out of the situation You know, the only thing you can do is hope that she does that mid and then sidestep right. You know, she's just the thing she can do, and that's off her DF2. You know, it also counter hits lawn knocks down. So let's say she gets this. This stuff is so stupid. She's minus 15. You can't move. This is this is launch. This is knockdown, and then this is high into wall splat. Right? You can't. No matter what you do out of any of these, you cannot move. You cannot move, bro. Cannot move. So it's like, let's check. Boom. You can't step it. You don't even have time to begin to step it. You can duck it. You can't backdash it. You can. That's all you can do. You can duck, or you can duck and launch. Yeah, but in a game where she also has mids to cover it, that's all you can do. All you can do is duck, and all you could do is stand. And she already landed the move. You know, that's my personally thing with it is that she already landed this. It's a chunky move. She spams it in neutral. It's -2 on block. It's 13 frames mid. Gives you gives you a ridiculous mix up. You can't move for the first part. For the second part, you have a little bit of interaction, but it's still heavily in her favor. Like Lydia is really like look at that's guaranteed again. You know, she can do so much and I feel like she's more oppressive. Like she can limit your options as a defender more. And that's the way that Tekken and most fighting games in my not most fighting games, but Tekken in general, most games are going as they're giving more and more power to the offensive player, right? And then Lydia is part of the new cast of DLC. Cool character, awesome character, has good moves. In my opinion, she has a great design. You know, no knock to Lydia, but it's just the point I'm trying to get is that when your moves have such little interaction that they have no choice but to be better than some of the other characters where they were made in a time or they were made to be interacted with, you know? A lot of the moves in the rest of the cast, let's go to the cast real quick. A lot of moves in the cast where could be, let me see. A lot of these people and Tekken is a relatively balanced game still, so a lot of these characters have moves where you can interact with what they're doing. You know, you can step, you can, a lot of the times you're not forced into just a pure 50-50 of just like duck or stand, you know? A lot of the time is very, very, it's not very common, it's not very common. You usually always have the options of movement to counter most of these. And the movement in this game is nerfed. But in my opinion, the problem is some of these mids that most of the stronger people have you can't you can't interact with them though. The mids are too strong, they're too fast, they're too strong, and they're too safe. It's like so they can just throw them out. They can invalidate 90% of the move list and just throw them out over and over and over and over and over again. Alyssa's big B1 is a spammable move, real safe +8, but all of her follow-ups, the fastest follow-up you got is like a while standing 4. Lydia has like a while standing 4 on counter and it counter hit launches mid. You can't step. You can step like it's so stupid. The difference between top tier in this game and just regular, and all these regular people is still very good. Most of them, I'd say. I'd say most of them are still very, very good. Even Lars, you can go and win something with Lars if you practice enough. You feel me? They're still very capable players, but you really have to be on your A game because these people have things that cover up a lot of the mind games that come with playing Tekken, in my opinion.